Alrighty, welcome back to more GT4. Off screen, I did some more driving missions. Also, replayed that one special condition event over and over to get some more money, i.e. by selling the prize car. And so, let's hop back in our Mercury. Our Mercury Cougar. And off screen, I bought this Chrysler Crossfire because there is a manufacturer race that requires this car and this car alone to be used. We'll do that next time, though. And I bought one of these, Mercedes McLaren 03, for the sole reason of getting practice on Nürburgring, i.e. Mission 34. Also, the replay does tell you what tires are used, and it is sports medium. But I'll, of course, practice all that off screen. Also, I have a few hundred more miles on my Cougar because I decided to level up my B-Spec points, too. And, Bob sucks. He is really bad on Nürburgring at the moment. So, yo, Gabriel, good to see you here today. So let's finish the event with Le Mans. Even though I already won the tournament, I still want to do the race. So I don't think this will take as long as Monaco did, because even though this is a long track, most of it's a straightaway. So. To answer your one question, Gabriel, on Discord on if New York was harder than Seattle for 3 laps, I didn't spend as long on Seattle, but I had looked at a video to see exactly what to do. And yours as well, of course. Plus, I just had the general idea from New York. Yep, I only have 5 left to complete. At least 1 or 2 of them should be pretty trivial. I just gotta get into practicing it. Cougar, can you please not do this to me? Can you please not lose control for no reason and veer off into the goddamn sand? Come on, let's go. The downside of having hard tires. Yeah, not the best start indeed. But don't worry. Don't worry, we'll make up for it. We have the Mulsanne straight, and that's where this car will excel. Also, the other cars are not very good. Yeah, that's the downside of having hard tires. And at this point, we're pretty much out. It's pretty much won, unless I go AFK. I think. By the way, I did not practice this off-screen after getting all these upgrades, so I don't know if I should have upgraded my top speed any. By which I mean tuned the car. To sacrifice acceleration for top speed. I feel like maybe. Don't get the assault rifle in that room in the Anarch base. Oh, in Code Veronica. No. No. Its DPS is actual dog shit. Like, it's amazing for me to say that an assault rifle, which is an AK-47, is a bad weapon, but it's a bad weapon. Pretty sure that CVX is the only game in existence with a bad AK-47. Come on. So it seems like I'll need to make a pit stop every 3 or 4 laps, it looks like. Just judging from this. Watch the junk rats. Yes, I did, and it looks so dreadfully painful to try and do. Though, I think it was Pluto, he got the 100 coins. Which, that in and of itself is very impressive. Yeah, I can't imagine someone doing that without save states. Yeah, I should have gone further to the left there. Oh well. Alright, you know what? I think I could just cut through this. Can I? Yeah, I can just cut through this. There we go. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, slow down. Now we got a good grip going. Okay, we've got this. God, this guy. Come on, car. Yeah, you can't turn at all with this thing when it's going at that speed on these tires. Laguna Seca take the lead before the last curve. I try to. I think I passed him right before the last curve. Or no, I bullied him a little bit. Actually, which one are you referring to? You referring to the Ford GT40 one or the 787B one? Because with the Ford GT40, I made sure to get in the lead first, and I resorted to slight bully tactics. The 787B, I floored it right at the last straightaway. Okay, there we go. The Ford one. Yeah, I try to overtake him on the last turn. Or earlier, if possible. Furthermore, I just cut through the corkscrew. Because needing to slow down for that is very time consuming. If you do it quote unquote properly. So I just cut through the second half of it to save me a good 2-3 seconds, probably a pop. Just don't lose control. But if you do it right, you won't lose control. Same thing for the 787B. And speaking of cutting through, oops. We'll just cut through that and call it a day. Now, does anyone know offhand if the replays show the max speed of the other vehicles? I'm curious how fast they go on the straight. Like, enough to watch one instance of the straight. Here's this slowpoke. Even Bob lapped this guy pretty quickly in Nürburgring, so... Just a little. Just enough to make this little turn. Hit those brakes. Okay. Slow down just a little. Just enough to not spin out, basically. Come on, hit the wall, gain control, slow down if necessary. Hey, hang on, I'll look at your message in just a minute. Right now I'm kind of hyper focused. I'll look at your thing once I hit this. Once I hit the straight again. Cut through the sand. Okay, Cadillac on Infineon. I haven't completed the Cadillac one yet. I just haven't tried it yet. I was focused on like the other ones. Alright. Okay, so tires are getting yellow. They're still good, but if they hit orange, I should probably make a pit stop. Need to do a lap of the Mercedes in under 7 minutes. That sounds about right. Actually, I think you can maybe go a little over 7 minutes, but yeah, not much. Because like I've seen people complete it with final times of like 9:06 or so. That's including the 2-minute disadvantage. And by the way, 7 minutes. That you saying 7 minutes reminds me of 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you, or whatever that line is from Chapter 5-3 in Resident Evil 5, when you fight Wesker. That truly was the best fight in the game. Impression of Wesker is actually quite on point. Have you heard DC Douglas's impression, or DC Douglas's Wesker Kimmo? Out of curiosity. Even though there's no chance of Capcom ever bringing him back for any sort of remake to do Wesker again, due to the fact that he himself is not a very good person, let's put it that way. From which games? Wesker from Resident Evil 5. Specifically 5. Haven't heard much since you can't remember it. I could send you the link on Discord to Wesker's scenes in RE5. Well, specifically the one from Chapter 5-3. Oh, there's that guy again. Alright, I think I should probably make a pit stop here on at the end of this lap. Because those tires in the back are already hitting they're hitting yellow-orange. They're probably going to be orange by the time I get to the finish line / pit stop area. Oh, I've already lapped them, and I'm only on lap 5. Almost 17 hours on the endurance. Le Mans. And out of curiosity, do you agree that Bob's AI is awful? Unless maybe he's better on Le Mans than in Nürburgring. Nürburgring. And yeah, you agree it's terrible. Yeah. Like, it is really bad. Like, when I did the Nürburgring event in this tournament with B-Spec mode, I've seen instances where he straight up refuses to go to the pit stop even though I instruct him to, and instances where he'll just stop in the middle of the road for absolutely no reason. He just stops until I point the camera at him. Then he decides to go. The problem is I can't go at 3 times speed while watching him. Against the cars, that's not a problem. And the 2 Le Mans way weaker than your car. I don't know, actually. I'd have to watch a TPL Motorsports run of that and see what he's up against. Alright, let's make the pit stop. Yeah, let's cut through the sand. Oh, I didn't actually... likes the smoke break, it seems. Who, Bob the AI? Yeah, definitely. Actually, I think he's just incompetent. By the way, I actually didn't want to refuel, but oh well. It's fine, though. You know, the worst offenders for taking constant breaks is the Magus sisters from Final Fantasy X. Because, like, you give them the way their AI works is you tell them a command, but it's not a command. It's more like a suggestion. And then from there, they choose a pool of things they can do. One of them is taking a break, which is literally just you waste a turn. And they waste turns just taking a break constantly. Especially Cindy. Tried the F1 tournament with the Minolta point spec points are 100. Oh man. Yeah, so you'll I don't know if there's a outside of the F1 itself. I don't know what else you could use. I know with the GT1 race car, you get 40. I know that because of that video I sent you. Although, what tires do you have on that thing? Because tires definitely make a difference in the amount of points you get. Yeah, don't lose control. Yeah, anytime I take shortcuts like that are clearly not intended, I think of I think it was the first Treehouse of Horror episode of The Simpsons, where groundskeeper Willie made the maze from, I think it was from The Shining, and Homer just used a chainsaw and just chopped his way through the maze. And that's basically how I feel anytime I do shortcuts like that. Ah, fuck. Oh, oh. Okay. I maintain control. little reminder here. Before tuning this thing and without upgrades, my top speed, I could only go up to 4th gear, and I could only go up to 120 miles an hour, which is pathetic for that straightaway. Oh, pathetic. You know what? Just cut through the sand. Get out of the sand. There we go. Sand. By the way, I checked out the rest of the American events, and I'm pretty sure this car can handle all of them, except for the All-American Championship. That one I'll probably just use the Camaro race car for that, because that one should be able to crush the competition. Should being the key word there. Knife only CVX speedrun in 2 hours. Speedrun for that is like an hour 48 or something like that, I think. Although I forget if I think according to the category, I think the category does not distinguish between glitched and unglitched, so you can do the infinite herb glitch. P3 does double simulation orders. That means she performs double taxation on Amon. Let's say yes. Or more like she just steals twice as much money. The beautiful thing is that's unaffected by slim pickings. If you're willing to play with that mutator for whatever reason. Slim picking's such a terrible mutator. I don't know why anyone at Blizzard thought it would be a good idea to have a mutation with that paired with microtransactions. Black Death, and Black Death. Death and taxes. On the hardest map to actually solo for many people. I'm definitely noticing the loss of grip from my back tires. Oh my god. Please. Okay. Don't hit X. Actually, I should probably refuel anyway. Oh, we already are soft on the front. Okay, how much? 40. Ooh, that's right on the border. Okay, that's like right on the borderline. How what? Speed? I just now noticed the question, how. You mean how's it done that fast? People don't pick up anything other than what they're required to pick up. And to be fair, item management in knife only is a lot easier when you don't pick up weapons and don't pick up extra ammo. Furthermore, the knife in CVX is insanely strong. And then with door skip, it's even faster. score skip. It gets lowered down to like 108 or some shit. Look, the hardest 20 stars. Yeah, I did. By TD, do you mean to Sung's Dawn or Dream? Sung's Dream was rather far from the top. And Dawn was number 2. 6 years ago, TD Reds is the hardest star ever done. Yeah, I remember those days too. Like, when I LP'd that hack, and I did the star, I think there was only one person who had ever done it at that point. Keep in mind, I went into Treasure World not knowing how hard the hack was going to end up getting. Like, I did not expect it to be, at that time, the literal hardest thing ever created at that time. Well, as far as a per star basis. If we look at it from a per level perspective, I think Night of Doom might still be harder overall. Although, I'm not sure. Like, enough of the stars in Treasure World definitely skew it upwards. Speaking of Night of Doom, I just completed Course 3 red coins and 100 coins earlier today. So I'm at 34 stars now. And now I'm starting Course 4. Which is the Melting Ice Resort, and famous for having the frame perfection eyeball rage. Watched LPs of Treasure World before starting. I did not watch any LPs of it. I think I may have had the first actual LP. I've seen videos of the hack beforehand, and it looked very interesting. So I decided to try it out. I I wanted to do as much of that blind as possible, but then, yeah, there's no way. Unless you spend an absurd and inordinate amount of time looking around, there's no way you can find all of those stars save stateless. Course 5. Star 4 is annoying as hell, but the rest of the stars are easy before Course 5. Ah, yeah. By the way, I'll let you know when I get to Course 5. I do remember that one being a nightmare to do. No pun intended, because that stage is called Blue Nightmare Sky. Speaking of which, when I did the TD Reds in Treasure World back in the day, I titled those two segments Red Nightmare Coins as a little homage to Blue Nightmare Sky. I do remember one skip you can do in Course 4, where you're supposed to do some... You're supposed to... I think you're supposed to go really high and jump over a gate, but you can swim through the gate with collision clipping. And I remember doing that back in the day. Just like I did in Mario 74 Extreme Edition and Drowned Factory. You can also let Chucky grab you on Star 2. Before you do that, though, I mean, go ahead and send me the clip for Star 4. Before I do Course 5, I'll be doing Bowser's Old Domain, and that'll be fun to do. By fun, I mean extremely annoying. Because of how bad that camera is. Alright, that works. Okay, seriously, get back on the road, please. Yeah, at least you have Bunker 2. Which I did not recognize the first time I played that hack back in the day. But, like, after listening to, when I was listening to the soundtrack from Night of Doom, like, i.e. the versions in Night of Doom, I'm like, wait, this is Bunker 2, isn't it? And it's like, yeah, it totally is. There's the white car again. I must have how many times have I lapped that thing so far? I feel like I've lapped it 6 times by now. Hard to see SM64 hacks with GoldenEye themes. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring up Statue in 10 years after. Like, the Mario 64 instruments make everything from GoldenEye sound really, really weird. Night of Doom is overall harder than Treasure World. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking as well. Although, of course, well, if you exclude TD Reds. Well, actually, I think if we exclude the whole stage, that and Course 15, then for sure Night of Doom is harder. Oh, yeah. I forgot about Bowser 3. It was mostly the stupid, invisible... Okay, god damn it. Control the car. There we go. Do the quicksand... Yeah. The quicksand ledge grab star is more annoying than really hard, because it goes on way too long. And then, yeah, the invisible quicksand floor, that was just dumb. Because you have to memorize which ones are quicksand and which ones aren't. Well, it did have a really cool theme. And that was back before I had Star Display, so I didn't realize that every single stage had 7 stars. Well, unless you include the individual overworlds. Be wanting to drift. Do not accept drifters here. Using the supercharger? Yeah, I'm using the supercharger. Because I want my speed. I 100% want my high top speed and high acceleration. Because this straightaway... And also there's a nice little straight after this, too. Toxic Mess and Bird Banes have similar ideas and mechanics. I think they do, actually. Except for the fact that one has Super Cloak, obviously, and one doesn't. Unfortunately. I feel like the burrowed banelings in Wings of Liberty have Super Cloak. Unless it's just because you don't get good early detection in the campaign. Specifically the weird ones placed near the bases in the evacuation. The Haven mission if you don't help the colony. That's the first Haven mission, the one where you respond to Dr. Hansen's distress call. The one you're thinking of is called Haven's Fall, where you choose to let the Protoss purify the colony. I don't know if you noticed, but when I did the Code Veronica stream earlier this week, this past Tuesday, when we got to the little bit of dialogue, or not dialogue, but the text that said, "This looks like some sort of nest. I don't think it could be removed." I quoted Hansen from Outbreak. Unfortunately, there's no where to potentially quote Tychus's line. Infested Marines? Aw, hell, Jimmy. I don't care for that notion one bit. Oh wait, yeah, refuel every lap. What do you think about infested banshees? He would probably not appreciate that, along with infested siege tanks. Speaking of Tychus, have you ever, like, Giant Grant Games has the big collection of mods for the various campaigns. Have you ever played the Wings of Liberty Tychus Edition mod? Needless to say, he is so fucking broken in that mod, even though the enemies themselves have been buffed and the missions are made harder. I think it should go without saying that if you, like, when you do all the Protoss research, you can get either the Dogwalker upgrade or the Lone Wolf upgrade, and Lone Wolf actually is nerfed in that campaign, but Lone Wolf is completely broken for the campaign. It is very easy to destroy the Protoss base in the dig, and welcome to the jungle. Like, it's much easier and faster to do that than it is to actually do the mission properly. Also, one of the upgrades you can get is the auto turrets have AoE. Plus, you automatically get the fire suppression upgrade. Even with a nerf, Lone Wolf is so broken. I think it is nerfed. It's either it's exactly the same as its StarCraft 2 co-op counterpart, or it's the damage has been lowered to 20%. But the thing that really makes it broken is that you get 50% damage reduction. Without that, it's not anywhere near as good. Case in point, I've tried Medieval Times with Lone Wolf Tychus, and the outlaws die very quickly. So you want to have them just together. Since it's pretty hard to spawn camp the attack waves with Tychus because he has no flying units. How much more damage do I take in New Game Plus and Demon Souls and Dark Souls? Demon Souls, it goes up. New Game Plus 1 is allegedly a 40% increase. I think it's double damage, to be honest. Dark Souls, it's like, I feel like it's around 30 to 35%-ish. I'd have to look at the chart, like the official chart, to see exactly how much damage it is. But I do know that enemies have 2 times more health in New Game Plus 7 and Demon Souls. And I want to say Dark Souls is close to 100% as well. Oh, there's that white car again. This, hold on, this really finish the race under 2:45. It won't do any short events. Actually, I think I will do some short events. Actually, I was thinking about that. I'm thinking at this pace it'll be like a 2:35. Or actually, no, it might be under 2.5 hours. But I do want to get into some short events. Actually get some completion. And once I get above 25%, I can check out the endurance races and maybe knock off one of them. But I'm very much in the itch to make progress in this game, so 3 streams a week is definitely happening, starting next week. Depending on how bad the itch gets, maybe even 4. You have 35%, nice. But then again, you're not restricting yourself from making progress like I am during live streams. Out of the way, other car. Three streams a week before I'll have a lot of progress. Yeah, that is true. Although I may end up taking little breaks here and there after if I get burned out doing the 24-hour endurances. Or what all endurances are there for time? Isn't there a... I know you said there's a Tsukuba 9-hour endurance. Are there any other noteworthy ones? I also know there's the 4-hour Roadster endurance. Suzuka 6 hours. Oh, man. Suzuka 6 hours. Need to check after your race ends. Yeah. Yeah. Let me know on Discord. Because there's no way this is going to get me up to 25%. I'm only at like 16%, I think, completion. It might be 17. Oh, it's a new lap record. Even though, you know, even though this will cost me my 1 A-spec point, not that I care, I think we give Bob an opportunity to race, even though he's stupid. I think we give Bob an opportunity to race and see how far behind the other cars are, particularly the white Fiat 500. Play other things on PC. Oh yeah, I know I can do that. That's what I plan on doing. I just need to look over at the television every so often to make sure he's not stuck inside of a wall or some shit. Because I've heard that in the wrong circumstances he can get soft locked by just ramming into the same wall over and over again. He lasts with more than 5 minutes. Are you fucking kidding me? Is that with this car, though? Or is it with a faster car? Because if it's with a faster car, then that's even less excusable. Wait, this race took more than 3 hours. If this is the one you're referring to, then holy shit, that's awful. And yeah, Nürburgring took nearly 4 when I tried letting him do all the work. Because you farmed B-spec points? Maybe. Although I haven't tried on this lap, on this race course specifically. Get out of the way, you little blue bitch. Get out of my way, you great clumsy road hog. I was definitely saying that in the Seattle 3-lap race, because the second place dude loves getting in your way in the second lap. Tried a wall ride in Monaco. Yep, I sure did. Out of curiosity, which sections did you wall ride in? I know one of them's that U-turn. Like, a third of the way through the race. I definitely used that one. I used the first left-hand turn, like, before the... Like, about 25 seconds in that race after you start the lap. I use that to wall ride. Is that where you did the wall ride too? That part after the first straight. And the other bad curve of the yellow things on the wall. Yeah, I think we're thinking of the same too. Oh, you all right after the first straight. Oh yeah. I think we're thinking of the same two turns. But yeah, you mentioning that I could do that definitely helped. So thank you. Although I definitely would have tried that for the one anyway. Alright, let's see. Oh, we're approaching the pit stops. Let's see how good or bad Bob does. I'll let him go like 5 laps. In before Bob cost me the 2:45 minute, or yeah, 2 hour 45 minute time. I bet he will. Alright, Bob. Let's show us what you can do. Cars you need to brake way before the curb. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, you definitely do. What's this say? You gonna stop? Okay. Alright, pit work complete. You don't need to have a full tank. So, we don't need to overtake. Let's go to the race monitor. And the Fiat is 9 laps behind. So he has done barely half of what we've done. Oh my fucking god. Bob. Bob, you suck. You suck. He spins out on the first fucking turn. Unbelievable. Yep. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. Alright, come on, push. Please go actually go fast. Okay, well, he's at least going fast on the straight. I'll give him that. Alright, we can, go, go, go. Alright, go fast, go steady. Okay, go, push, steady. Okay, not bad. Push. Steady. He actually seems to be going okay right now. And here's another thing he likes to do. He does not like to overtake, even though he's clearly faster than the other car, unless I tell him to. Maybe with time he'll do it automatically without prompting, but yeah. So yeah, he did a... Well, to be fair to him, he was in a pit stop for the first, like, 20 seconds of the race. Yeah, I would work on that turn if I were you. Yeah, you have to have him on overtake mode. Uh-oh. Okay. That little icon you saw, that means he's drifting / spinning out. And I thought he was spinning out there. Yeah. Maybe should lower his speed too fast. He'll spin all laps on that section, probably. Yeah, unfortunately, I think so. Unless I tell him to go fast, but not push. You know what? Fuck you. Make a pit stop so I can resume control. You suck too bad. Now, let's see if he'll actually obey my command. Okay, good. He was not listening to that in Nürburgring. Oh, we don't need fuel. Not this time. I was gonna let him do 5 laps, but no. I refuse. I refuse to give him that much time. Come on, get back on the road. There we go. So I think he did, what, a 442 and a 5 something? Although, to be fair, the second lap, he made a pit stop. Yeah, Bob is terrible. Bob is the option you want to go for if you want to speed up and not... Like, if you want to do something else instead of racing during the endurance races. That's about it. Unless you get him up to maybe 8,000 plus points, he ain't going to be helping you much. Though he's still better here than he is in Nürburgring. Uh... Why? About this event, it would be better if you could use better cars. The race is a little shorter. Well, if the races were shorter, then this wouldn't exactly be 1,000 miles, which is the whole point of the event. I do like the event overall, actually, but it is just more that the vehicles you use are hard. Well, that you should use are tricky to control. Either tricky to control, or they're slow as hell. Because I wouldn't want to be doing this with a slow vehicle. And you can't use race cars. You have to use production vehicles. Although I would say, like, for the city ones, i.e. Paris, Monaco, I'd say less laps would be nice for those ones. Or have them with replaced with races where you have straightaways, so you can enjoy it more IMO. Like, I wouldn't mind having New York instead of Paris and Seoul instead of Monaco. Ah, fuck. Get out of the sand. What was my favorite Aussie and Iron Maiden solo? Well, favorite Aussie solo is most definitely Crazy Train. Not much to say there. Iron Maiden guitar solo? Ooh. That's a better question, for sure. I'll give you four possible contenders. The Trooper, The Number of the Beast, Caught Somewhere in Time, and Alexander the Great. Of those four, I'd say probably Alexander the Great. Although I've heard that song so many times. Like, when I actually used to exercise, I used to try running along an old abandoned road to that. And it's actually a nice tempo to run to as well. And it would be at the end of my playlist too, by the way. Children of the Damned and Hallowed Be Thy Name. Children of the Damned I liked, but it's not, I wouldn't say best. Hallowed Be Thy Name. The Flight 666 version, the live version played in that album, is far better for a solo. Actually, that whole rendition is just better than the studio recording, in my opinion. Like, it's very rare I outright say, yeah, this live recording is far better than the studio recording. Wasting Love and Be Quick or Be Dead. I have to listen. Wasting Love is it's a great song. I don't remember too much of the solo, to be honest. And I have to listen to Be Quick or Be Dead again, to be honest with you. Like remaster Charlotte the Harlot and Prowler from B-Sides discs. I'd have to listen to those. I like the original of both of those. I would have to listen to the remaster. Okay. Scratching my ear. Whoa, whoa. Easy. I think I'm going to go for this one until either the tires wear out completely or until I need to refuel. There's definitely not enough fuel in the tank to finish the track. I'll probably have to do one more pit stop anyway. So what do you think, Gabriel? Do you think I should pit now or try one more lap? I'm leaning towards making a pit stop now. Now. Okay, that's, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. 'Cause that is looking a little scary. Fuel ends, you'll lose the race. What, I just stop? I thought you said I go very slowly. Oh, but if I stop, yeah, I will lose the race, yeah. It'll be a repeat of Forza. Or I ran out once just to see what would happen, and yeah, I'm just left there to die, basically. Forza's license test? No, it doesn't. It does have levels, like in GT5, which, by the way, I think that just copied Forza completely. But it does have experience / level up system. Forza 2 has arcade tests similar to the arcade races / time trials of GT3 specifically, but that's the closest it has to license tests / driving missions. Oh yeah, I just go straight. And yes. And I think we just refuel completely. Or at least go to the 770 marker. Come on. Alright. I should be good for the rest of the race. Well, for fuel. Tire wear, not so much. Did it? I saw it had like 50, which is high for me. I haven't checked it recently, to be honest. Whoa, whoa. Let's slow down. Yeah. Car wanted to fishtail. Even 2-2 stream went that high. It was like 25 when you last checked. Yeah, but to be fair, StarCraft 2 is more niche than GT4 as well. Plus I do have more subscribers than he does. And as a result of that, YouTube is a little more likely to recommend me than other people, or than him to people. It really is, like, starting a channel, that is the hard part when you first start, because YouTube does not like to give new people a chance. Unless like, if you're a video game channel and you are playing something that currently has a lot of buzz, you probably won't go far, unfortunately. Which, to be fair, that's kind of what I did, actually. I streamed Median XL back when I still cared about it. And when major versions came out. Sorry, your channel. Meant you could invent your own niches independent from hackneyed trends like the failure compilations. I need to actually get around to checking some of those out. Seeing what all went into the off-screen shenanigans of some of your solos. How about the Enter the Nexus one? You showed me that a while ago, and you were at like 8 hours, I think it was. Not that I'm blaming you, because that one with Artie seems rather hard. It's hard to grow a channel dedicated to only one kind of content. Depends on what it is. And how much buzz that particular thing is. Like, if I dedicated this entire channel to, let's say, just racing games, if I were to have played Gran Turismo 7 when it came out, I would probably have 3 or 4 times more subscribers than I do now. Or if I stuck with only Resident Evil and I played RE2 Remake when it came out, which I could have done, I would have a lot more subscribers than I do. It usually is better to do one type of content than just doing whatever you feel like me. But that doesn't stop me. I do whatever the hell I want on this channel. Yeah. Same way. Some of the attempts. P1 Artanis for Dance Dance Evolution. Yeah. Yeah, that first attack wave with Speed Freak seems a little insurmountable with P1. And transmutation being so rough, oof. You can't just do whatever you want with that one. Oh, new lap record, maybe? Please? Okay, new lap record. Doomsday report for P2. I could see this happening plenty of times to you. You go to teleport to a location to fight off an attack wave, but then magically the moment you do, if you're not looking, oh, there was a nuke where you were going to teleport, or where you just teleported, and oh, there goes your whole army. I could see that happening at least 20 times to you, because going nuclear is so totally random. I could just see that happening right now. Yeah, that's true. You do have Guardian Shell. Yeah. Going nuclear is real bad if you're playing Han Horner, because the Galleons are so slow. Well, if the Galleons are on the field. And you don't use, like, Wraiths plus Call in the Fleet to clear stuff. The idea of P2. The idea for P2 Doomsday Report caught onto the strat you did for chilling adaptation on VP. Did we watch that Did I watch that replay with you? I know you showed me the RTK one. I forget if you ever showed me the Vermilion problem one. Oh my god, this car gets hard to control at these speeds. Damn it. So I'll definitely need to make one more pit stop. Don't have interest to buy Baldur's Gate on PC. Enough people play that, but I have interest in checking out that series for sure. It's another thing that's another thing that's like on my list of things that I have interest in trying, but I have other things I want to do right now instead. Get out of the way, blue boy. Call yourself a driver? You're a disgrace to the road. Find yourself a retirement home, Grandpa, driving that slow. Will I win new? Yeah, there's still like 2 or 3 vehicles left I can win for the missions to complete. Oh, driver, you're a disgrace to the road. What a lot of us thought about actual drivers on the road. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I live in Pennsylvania. We have some of the shittiest ass drivers out there. Like, the triumvirate of New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania are like the worst fucking drivers in the goddamn United States. And I have to deal with them constantly. There's an unholy triforce of shit drivers. And of course, half of them don't know how... And of course, among the 3 states, at least half of them don't know how to use a fucking turn signal properly. I'm starting to lose grip big time on the rear. There's always that one driver that bobs and weaves through traffic with no damp given. Yeah. See if you'll still be bobbing and weaving when the cops are after you. Yeah. Hopefully they do that to the goddamn bikers that think that they can do whatever they want. The motorcyclists are by far the worst for that shit. I'm just waiting to see some entertainment there. For them to spin out and get destroyed by an oncoming vehicle. Yeah, let's get a little more fuel. Yeah, that... I've never had that happen to me, but I can believe it. Because I know people think they own the road. And that everyone should just pull over for them. I'm not going to risk failure because you are impatient, so save your threats from Valerian. Was that in Wings of Liberty, or am I thinking of another line that he said? Or is that from Heart of the Swarm? Ah, it was Heart of the Swarm. Because Kerrigan wanted to kill Mangs. Or kill Daddy. That was probably, if I had to guess, that was right before the Core Hall invasion. Well, they were talking about Arturus would use human shields. I'm pretty sure that's where that came from, correct? Oh, and they're hacking the Moros to save Jim. Ah, okay, from the prison ship. So, it looks like, despite Bob being terrible for those 2 laps, it looks like I'm going to finish in under 2:30 in race time. In real time, what does that translate to? Actually, it's about the same, it looks like. So if we subtract, we'll say 250 miles from when I had Bob do Nürburgring off screen, and the 60 or 70 miles that I had on this car before starting this event. It looks like we're going to hit roughly 1,100 miles, maybe 1,050 miles, something like that from this event. Well, all 4 races. Let's hope I can get a new lap record, at least, before we go. I feel it's possible. Do I know Motionless in White and Machine Head bands? Okay. I've honestly never bothered to try listening to, oh, well, that great clumsy Roadhog got in my way, so no lap record here. Anyway, Machine Head, yeah, I've listened to Machine Head quite a bit. In fact, in one of my really old Median XL videos, I put in, Now I Lay Thee Down, which surprisingly did not get, blocked anywhere. I put that in one of my Median XL videos back in the day. Do I know the patch when Brutalists got immunity to concussives? That, I think, was in the one update where, like, CTG made a video on it, where some intern actually went in and made a bunch of bug fixes, including the fix where, remember when Doc Run would instantly kill himself when Double Edged was in effect? I think that patch fixed the Brutalisks being immune thing. So it was a few years ago. It's the 2023 one. Yeah, it was the 2023 one. Oh. Oh, fuck. If that asshole hadn't gotten in the way... If that asshole in the white car hadn't gotten in my way, it would have been a new lap record. Let's see if I could set a lap record on the final lap. I am going to use the last of my nitrous because I want it. Well, not the last of it, but I'll use some of it, hopefully. Get up to speed, damn it. If I don't use it, I lose it. grass, you bastard. Don't go into the sand. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh, these tires suck dick on grass. Actually, let me just take out the last two words. These tires just suck. I'd love to be racing with softs, right? Like actual racing tires right now. Got no chance. Or will be. It's a new lap record! Like 0.3 seconds. Let's go. I tried finding a soundbite for that, and I unfortunately could not find it. I found soundbites for Racer Revenge, but I don't have soundbites for the original game, like the one that everyone remembers. I really do need to do another stream of that at some point. Since I'm very obviously partially in the mood to do so. A hot rod competition. Single race. Yep. Yeah, let's do some American style events. Now, I would use the Chevrolet race car, but alas, I can't use race cars. I have to use production cars. Only first-person camera. Oh, ooh, good. I'm still debating whether or not I actually want to do the first-person camera challenge in Star Wars Racer, because holy fuck. You have no idea how disorienting that is until you try it yourself. Especially when you're crashing. Like, I can't even really do it justice unless I were to pop in the game and show you. But imagine this, but constantly spinning in a circle. That's what happens when you crash too hard. Or, like, imagine this background here. Like, see how I'm just going through here? But imagine it speeds by you at, like, 10 times the speed of what we're seeing now. Or 20 times faster. Yeah. Believe me, it's rough. Alright, hit the brakes. this. Okay, I'm going way too fast. Oh well. Brake right here, I think. Actually, the brakes are better here than they are in the mission. Yeah, I've definitely learned a driving line for these sorts of cars, doing the three lap battle. But this car is also not good. I think this car might actually be worse at braking. Actually, I'm not sure. Not sure if this is worse at braking or not. Or if I'm just going faster. Oh, yeah, I'm going way too fast for this. All right. I think we'll do the rest of the American events, which will be like 30 minutes, and then I'll wrap it up. So we have New York in this one. Alright. El Capitan, Mazda, and Muscle Car. I could probably still do this. Wait. Okay, well actually let's do this one instead. Because I think I could do the other... I think I could do the other two... The other two events with the Chevrolet. If so, I'll just use that and smash everything. Unless I can't get sports tires on that. So same exact race, but we're going the other direction. Time to bully this guy out of the way. Right into the wall you go. Okay. Mentally, I'm definitely done, but there ain't much to do here, so part of me kind of wants to give Bob another chance, but that's probably going to end badly. Search more games retro achievements. What was the last game I looked for on retro achievements? I forget if I searched RE4 on retro achievements. I actually don't remember. I think the last thing I looked was CBX. Oh, also, let's get into the... Yeah, let's not play in the sand. God, the last... Took a little more than 8 hours. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine you're about done with the game mentally. Don't... Pokemon games, retro achievements. No, I don't really have any desire to do that. Because I imagine a lot of it's like capture everything, etc. Like, Cat789 did it for Pokemon... Was it Platinum? I think it was Platinum. It took him like 120 plus hours. Some of them may or may not. And some of them probably require me to do like the stupid fashion show fucking nonsense. Fuck that. I am not doing that fashion show garbage. There probably is a capture all Pokemon one, which isn't even doable without cheating. I mean, I don't know if there is or isn't, but I mean, that's kind of an obvious one. It's like, how can you capture all the legendaries? The ones locally available you can capture however. But the other ones, I don't know. Yeah, the capture chance is very low even at 1 HP. Pokédex wouldn't feel so obtuse if there weren't things like having to trade to evolve. Yeah. Yeah, trade evolutions have always been ass. Not as bad in the DS era because of wireless connection, but still. It's like, the only... Like, as far as doing extraneous crap in Pokemon games post-Gen 2, because there wasn't really any of that in Gen 2. Like, the only one I particularly enjoyed was the contests in Hoenn. Those I liked, because those at least had some strategizing and some planning. You have to actually think about what moves to do and when. I liked the contests. But the rest of it was just... the rest of that stuff is just stupid shit. doing wonder trading during XY? Oh, that would be the online stuff. I didn't do a whole lot of online, unfortunately. I'm very much more of a single-player person myself. Irony being I upload StarCraft 2 co-op stuff. I mean, there is some multiplayer stuff I enjoy, but overall, yeah, I'm more of a single-player person. Oh, and also there is a perma rule in anything I do Pokemon, and that is I refuse to fucking use Miltank. Because fuck that piece of shit. Everyone hates that son of a bitch. Never used Miltank. Yeah, for me it's just I refuse, because I still remember the horrors. Oh, I just hate I just hate it. Because everyone who's ever grown up playing Gold, Silver, Crystal knows the horrors of that fucking awful gym battle. Where rollout with its 80% accuracy somehow hits 5 times in a row and can't be killed, etc. Well, it can be, obviously, but it is difficult. Though, I have done challenge runs. Oh, no way. Oh, no way. This is the reward for this event. Wait, if Defense Girl is used before rollout, rollout doesn't miss. I thought it just increased the power of rollout. I thought it just increased power, not gonna lie. But yeah, that thing is so chonky. So, this thing here. This is the vehicle. This is the vehicle you have to use in the Seattle race. Or the Seattle 3-lap, I think. And quite coincidental that I get it after winning Seattle. Now let's see, can I hop in this thing and win the other two? I know I can win the one, but I don't know if I can win both of them. Standard or sports tires required. Can I slap on a set of normal tires, or am I stuck with racing tires? I honestly don't know. Tires. I can indeed. Yeah, the tank car, yeah. Alright, now that I have my proper tires, let's crush the event. Here is, now, speaking of Star Wars Racer, now Gabriel already knew this. Kimo Pronger, I don't know if you knew this or not. I don't know if you've ever really played Star Wars Racer, but there's a track in that game called Doug Derby. They literally just copy-pasted this fucking race and called it a day. I mean, obviously it looks different, but it's the exact same shape. They did not even try to make it look different. Oh, okay, you never played Star Wars Racer. Trust me, they are the exact same race course. The exact same to the point where I think I could even tell you what this looks like in Star Wars Racer. This section here has a big tunnel in it, I believe, if memory serves correctly. Ah, if I can get back into the off the sand, that would be nice. This section here, you want to let go of the gas and do a nice drift, like, you have to do a nice drift. There's a big ass wall over here. Here there's a here's a section you want to drift into. If I can get out of the sand. Here is a huge wall in Racer where you can actually do a massive skip, where you skip like the entire race. There's a shortcut in Racer over on my right. And you end up, if you take the shortcut, you end up like here, roughly. And unlike in this game, I can't skip the Andretti hairpin in that game. Alright. 4 more races to go. I think. Alright, El Capitan. Before we do that... Oh, there's 5 in the... Oh, and it's a championship race. Okay, I'll do 4 of them, I think. And if I dominate the first 4, I'm just going to do the last one off screen, I think. First person's harder on PS4. I don't think it really matters what version you play. It's going to be hard regardless in first person. I gotta say, using sports tires when I'm used to using the racing super softs to grind that one event for the car to sell over and over again is very noticeable. It is very noticeable, the decrease in grip. .196 laps on Nürburgring. Ooh, 196, and that's yeah, that's about 8 minutes a pop. Actually, more like 7 something a pop on average. At least you won your F1 car. That still does not mean you're guaranteed to win the tournament, of course. And sadly, I don't think you can buy harder tires, can you, with the F1? I don't think you can. You certainly couldn't in 3. Okay, yes. Feel free to send me the list of all the endurance races. I know there's a 24-hour Le Mans 1 and 2 and Nürburgring. 4-hour endurance on 4-hour endurance on probably the Mazda Speedway. It's roadster endurance. 9 hours Tsukuba. And that's all I know. Probably Grand Valley. Oh, I made a mistake. Okay. Alright. Alright, what do I win here? I don't know if that's usable or not at this point. Alright, All-American Championship. Let's go. Seattle, Infineon, New York, El Capitan, and Laguna Seca. AKA Mazda. Alright. This will be probably another 30 minutes. That's fine. I'll wrap it up after this. So I have to change my tires, first off. Settings. So I couldn't do anything. Oh, I only have super soft. Ooh, that might be a problem. We'll see. Well, let's try this anyway. Like, obviously you want the softest tires possible, whilst also not needing to make pit stops constantly. You want a balance between durability and tire durability and performance, unless you're doing endurance. Then you just go with hard tires. And by the way, with the Mercury Cougar, we went from like 200 points down to 1. What? Whoa, whoa, what is that? What is that thing? To the left? What in the hell? That looks like a white Toyota GT1. Okay, I don't know who's behind me, like, in the race, but whoever it is seems very capable of keeping up with me. I'm not sure if he has rubber banding or not. But if he does, his rubber banding is very good. Wait, he's fucking gaining on me. Holy shit. He's fucking gaining on me. And this is the fastest American car I have. Actually, this is the fastest car, period, that I have. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Rubber band mechanics. Yeah. A lot of racing games in the past, like PS1 or PS1 N64 era, have, like, they don't actually make the AI good. They make it so that the AI cheats and goes really, really fast whenever you get a certain distance ahead of them. Gran Turismo 2 definitely had rubber banding. Star Wars Racer has rubber banding, although it's not as noticeable for me these days. But it definitely has it. Mario Kart 64 had it. There's, like, basically, if you do really well, the game will punish you by making everyone else really good. Or if you do poorly, the game throws you a bone and makes the AI worse. If I ever stream World's Scariest Police Chases, I could show a great example of that, even though it's not a racing game. Yeah, oh god. Oh Jesus, he's right behind me. I gotta get moving here. I want to see what car that is. Chaparral 2J Race Car 70. So something tells me that guy's gonna be my nemesis for this entire event. I might be able to bully him, though, in this event. Or in this race. Fuck, come on. Come on. What is this design? What the actual hell is this? It looks like a big box. Get out of my way, you great clumsy roadhog. Please turn. Okay. You know what, I think I will do Mazda Speedway, aka Laguna Seca, because I'm not going to be dominating the guy behind me. I'm going to have to fight him tooth and nail. Go. I hit X and made that dive replay happen. I have no idea what that is. But whatever. Let's move on. Right, New York. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to win this race. New York and El Capitan. I'm trying to see how... I think I am going to have to win 4 regardless to win the tournament. Ooh, ouch. Bully the brick into the wall, and that didn't do it much to it. Oh yeah, bully mechanics don't do shit. Or bully tactics, I mean. Yeah, they don't do a damn thing to this guy. Okay. Go, 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 go. I'm not even gaining a second on him. Yeah, there is no way I would have won this with the Cougar. Next week's streams will be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, with a possibility of Friday as well. But if I do 3, it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, unless otherwise noted. About the warp. What? Oh no, I don't know the warp function of the star display. I forgot that that was a thing. I might do that for Old Domain. I do want to show where the warp to Anti-Ouija is, which I believe is under the castle, where Star... was it Star 5 or Star 6 was in Redone. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the warp to Anti-Ouija is there. The piano star. Okay. Because there's only one star in that course. Anyway. Well, I might do that for Old Domain. Depending on where you end up. Alright, actually I think I will end on this next race. Like, I know I flip-flopped like 3 or 4 times already, but I'm getting hungry. Oh, wow. We're gonna earn a whopping 2 whole points instead of just 1 out of a potential 200. I have not... I ate breakfast earlier, but I haven't eaten since then. I haven't eaten since we played. And that was 6+ hours ago? Oh god. Come on, hurry up, get back. Start going faster. Oh, come on. come on, get back on the goddamn fucking road. Instead of playing around in the sand. I think I'll still win on points. Where fuck am I? Okay, it's here. I think I'm going to lose this race. But I'm still going to finish because I want to win on points at least. I just wonder if there are courses that take place on or near a beach. I think there are. I have Daytona and Indianapolis and Forza. Not yet, but I've yet to play Forza 4. And everything beyond Forza 4 requires me to have an Xbox One, which I am not about to buy. Okay, is there any way I could possibly recover this? It's not looking likely. Maybe if I buy, God damn it. I hate that turn. Maybe if I buy soft tires as opposed to medium tires. Maybe. Alright. Don't go in the goddamn sand this time. Come on. Where am I? Dude. I'm about to run out of nitrous. I'm out of nitrous. Fuck. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna win. How damn you have to go slow on that thing, that turn. And you have to go real fucking slow here too. Ah, there's no way. There's no way. I wonder if yeah, I'll have to try this off screen and see if see how much of a difference super soft makes. Super soft tires, because that improves my grip by tenfold, but durability is really bad on them. And there's also a very real possibility that if I try this outside of the tournament, this car that's destroying me now won't spawn. Will I buy one of the black cars when I reach... Yes, I do plan on doing that. I do plan on buying those black vehicles from the used car store on days 693 to 700. Or 694 to 700, rather. I don't know if there's any performance differences, or if it's just they are black and you can't normally get them black. Yeah, there was no chance. I stood no chance. But I should still win. Holy shit, I still have to go. I still have to do one more race. Okay, I guess we are doing Mazda. I just have to not finish. I have to finish 4th or above. Because if I forfeit, the 2J race car 70 will get 38 points and win. And I absolutely can't rely on Bob. Get out of the way. Oh, fuck. Well, that plan backfired. Let's try one more bullying tactic. Oh, fuck. That backfired spectacularly, too. Okay, I can't bully this guy. I'm gonna have to... Yo, what are you doing? Come on. Move. I tried slamming him. That is not going to work. Spin car. Alright, I need to actually race. There is no chance of victory otherwise. Well, I got a little time back. There's one thing I will do. Skip the hairpin. So, had I not slammed into the fucking wall trying to bully him, I think I would have won this. There is still a chance, but chances are getting slimmer since I'm out of nitrous. Well, there's still a chance. Still a chance. Come on. This big 66 bastard. Yes! Okay, I've overtaken him. Now I gotta make sure I stay in the pole. Thank God I could skip the hairpin. The AI never chooses to, but I do. And that saves you so much damn time. I had to do that on both of the driving missions here. And why wouldn't you? You don't get penalized. Reverse Capitan's tricky. Yeah, I noticed. Although I will try that off screen with I will try that off screen with super soft tires and see how well they perform. If they don't wear out completely by the time the race ends, then I should have gone with that. Otherwise, I may want a better vehicle. Or just hope that the car behind me doesn't spawn. Because I assume that there's multiple other vehicles that could be in the pool to spawn. And I got like a really bad one with the vehicle behind me. Because the other ones aren't, the other racers aren't even remotely close. Okay, so we won 4 out of 5. Somehow I recovered the disastrous first lap. And won. Alright, what do we win out of this? What do we win? Chevrolet Corvette convertible 54. That does not look at all worthwhile. Oh well. Right, so I'm definitely calling it here. I'm hungry, I want to go eat. Next time we'll just do more miscellaneous events, I think. And like I said, off screen, I will try that El Capitan race, see if I can win. before we go, we'll have a quick look at the used cars, see what we might find. I'm just kind of looking at the prices I need to pay. 57,000 for one of those. Okay. 45. By the way, all of these are set in stone. From what I understand, these go on a 100-week cycle. So, I'll get this again eventually, if I want something. Doesn't look like it, though. Alright, nothing really of note, I don't think. Right, so I'm done for today. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Farewell.